Hello and welcome to this new weekly series by Polynomial Protocol, where we'll explore the funding rate arbitrage opportunities that show up on the platform. The idea is to actually take the funding rate arbitrage trades and see how they pan out over the next few days. Now, the way I find these opportunities is relatively simple. I head on to the Polynomial Protocol homepage and sort the different contracts listed here based on the 1 hour funding rate and once I find a particular contract which I find is favorable for me, I try and find another exchange where the funding rate fee for the same perp is on the opposite side. So for example, here on Sui protocol, if the funding rate fee is really negative, I would try and find an exchange where the funding rate on Sui perp itself is positive. You will understand this better once we take a few trades. So let's get cracking. The funding rate is pretty negative as compared to other contracts for FTM here on Polynomial. And when I checked on other exchanges, I can still find a small positive funding rate, which means this is a perfect setup for a funding rate arbitrage trade. So here we will go on FTM, and because the funding rate is negative here, I want to go long to earn the funding rate. I will use up say 100 your dollars in funding, take just roughly 2x in position, and here on the other exchange where this is Binance, where the funding rate is positive, I will again use $100 of margin and take a short for 199. So I want to hedge it nearly perfectly and then see if I can earn some funding rate here, right? So $100 in margin, 199 is the position size, just under 2x leverage, and here I want to go long, and I'm being redirected to my MetaMask wallet or any other wallet that you want to use to complete the transaction. And here I say confirm, and the trade is submitted and is confirmed. It is also executed and it's getting updated. It will happen. We'll come back here, but in the meantime, I'll also go and says the transaction is confirmed, and in the meantime I will also go sell short here on the same quantity for Binance, right? So here if you see, going back to the trades, right, this is my FTM long position just under $200 at an average price of 0.2412. And here on Binance, the position is a short of $199, roughly $100 in margin, with the average price of 0.2414. So, and that was the trade. We will see how it goes in the next few days or next few hours, however, and I'll update you on how this one.
2 days later.
And the next funding rate arbitrage opportunity came up in Atom perps on this Wednesday afternoon. And so if we take a look here, the funding rate is pretty positive here. It's close to 0.3% for 24 hours. And on Binance, which is another centralized exchange, the funding rate is negative, which means it's a perfect funding rate arbitrage opportunity. The idea is to long and short the same quantity so that the position is completely hedged and the market movements do not directly affect the position. So I already just entered Atom short position. So roughly $100 in margin, a $200 position, just 2x leverage, just to keep the leverage low and avoid liquidation risks. And the average entry price is 7.942 on this short position to start at earning funding rate. And here on Binance, where I've entered a long position for Atom to hedge this short trade here, and here the average entry price is 7.944, so just a small, very small decimal difference, broadly hedged position, $100, and this is how we've entered the trade. I'll keep you posted on how this position goes.
1 day later.
I'm planning to close both the funding rate arbitrage trades that I have open, and I'll show you just why. So the simple reason is that the funding rates have turned less favorable. On FTM, when we took the trade on Monday, the funding rate was as negative as minus 0.02% for 1 hour, and now it is less than half of that. Similarly, for the other trade that we took just yesterday, which is Atom, the funding fee, which was positive 0.02%, has turned negative, and that means that we've started giving back some of the funding fee that we have you know received over the last 24 hours. So now taking a stock of the positions here on FTM over the last 3-4 days, we've received close to $2.15, uh, which by the way might seem like a small number, but this is a percentage on a trade that we took with just $100. The return is close to 2.5%, somewhere in between, including the fee that we've received on Binance as well, that I'll show on the trade, which is for a low risk trade, I would consider a very good percentage return. So 2.15% on FTM for $100 that we deployed. Here on Atom, the trade was of course open for just over 24 hours, and the funding fee was slightly higher. It was $0.3 or something, but it has reduced because the funding rate turned negative. So this is also close to 0.15%, 0.2%, which is still not bad. 24 hours, 0.2%, very low risk trade. So these are the funding fees that we've received on Polynomial, going to Binance and taking a stock of the funding fee that we've received there. So it's not much. The funding rate on Binance is relatively lower, but it is definitely not losing money here. So we've still made some money here. That is all the fee that we've received on FTM, and then some fee that we've received on Atom trades, and again on FTM. So we've continuously received funding fee here on Binance. At least we've not given away the funding fee that we've made on Polynomial here, and that's I would say decent enough. At the end of the day, over the last few days, the positions have not been impacted due to the movement in the price for both the positions that we took in FTM and Atom respectively. And on the FTM trade, which was open for 4 days, we made 2.5%, 2.2%, and on the Atom trade that we had open just yesterday, we made 0.15%. So that's about it for this week's trades. If you found this video useful, do hit that like button, and we'll continue to explore new trading opportunities and strategies in the next week's video. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press that bell icon. I'll see you in the next one.